Hello everybody, it's Diana, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, here with this week's Teach Me Tuesdays video. And like every week, I'm going to quickly go over to our group and make sure I'm in the right spot. And you can see me. Hang on a second. Thanks for always being patient while I do this. And when I watch other people's videos, they do the same thing. So I am not too worried about it. Okay, hold on here. Okay, all right, very good. Welcome again. And I had to laugh because I was gonna do this here as my video, and then Sarah did it. So I'm gonna do this. Maybe I'll do this like next week instead, because it's a super cute kit. So then I thought, well, I'm gonna do something different. And I have a whole stash of cards and things like that that I always want to revisit. And one of those is a Z-fold card. And I know I have showed a Z-fold card before. So this is what I had in my stash. So it's like an old card, and I just have a whole box of card layouts that like I said, that I revisit. So this is what I'm going to show you today, is a Z fold, or Z if you are Canadian. I believe we used to say Z, but I'm going to be using the stitched nested label dies, as well as the sunflower dies, and the stamp set Celebrate Sunflowers. You know how much I love this. And I'm also going to be using the Flowers for Every Season 6x6 DSP pack. And I'm showing you the pack because what I love is it tells you right on the package what colors are it's gonna coordinate with. Now it might not mean like if you see, it will say cinnamon cider. So this is the cinnamon cider, but it might be just like a lighter, version of it. So I like that, because then sometimes it allows you to actually use even more colors than is listed because of that. So these are the things I'm going to be using. Put that behind me there so I don't get it in my way. All right, so I'm also using the Magenta Madness cardstock. So what you want to do is you want to, on your Simply Scored, you're going to score the paper. So what I do is I score the whole sheet, and this is scored at 2 3/4. So you go score, and then it's scored at 5 1/2. And then you put it on your paper cutter and you cut it at 4 1/4, and then you have 2 cards. So by doing that, you're scoring once, cutting once, but it gives you 2 cards. And then what you have is your Z fold card. So this is what the card ends up being like. Now, that being said, where is this one? All right, so this is what happens if you put it the wrong direction on the paper cutter. Then you end up with this. So this is what you don't want. So I just had to show you that. Hey, I make boo-boos all the time. So you just want to make sure you put the cardstock on the Simply Scored in the right direction. Okay? All right, let me get that idea away. All righty. So this is what you have. You have your cute little Z fold, and there's where you get that Z, why it's called a Z fold. It could be called something else other places as well, but that's what, I call it. All right. Then I have my little pieces over here. So then I couldn't decide if I wanted my inside of my card to have the stripes and the flowers on this panel, or if I wanted the flowers on the inside and my stripes on this, so I couldn't decide. So if anyone has an opinion, you can let me know which one that you want me to do for the card while I finish the embellishment. Okay? All right, so then the embellishment, I used the sunflower die. So what I did was I die cut it out, the big, the shadow or whatever, the solid sunflower image. And then I also couldn't decide if I wanted to do like the bumblebee on top of bumblebee, so it was just so you could see that it's that flower, or if I wanted to use the Misty Moonlight. And then what I ended up doing was I picked the Magenta Madness because I loved that pop of color against the yellow. So that's the color that I ended up using. And then what I did was I ran this die through. I went like 3 times. I went boom, back and forth. And it just lets the petals come out a little easier. And then after you run it through, you take it off. And then I just shake the heck out of it like Toby does with his toys. I just shake, shake, shake. And the little pieces like fall out of it. You can also use the little adapter that goes on the pick tool, and you can also do that. So then you would just rub it over here and it would pop your little pieces out, and that goes towards the little, these are kind of like the little seed things on the sunflower, so the same thing with that. All right, but at the same time it also looks cute if you leave some of them in, like if you don't poke them all the way out, it looks kind of cool that way too. So if these don't come out, I'm just going to leave some. So I'm just basically banging it on the side of the table. All right, so we have one lone little guy, and I'm just going to leave him. Then you just have to just figure out, you have to wiggle your flower around, and I did have it laying the right direction, but then when I walked it around, I moved it. All right, so then you're just going to spin it. So let me spin it, or it might look cool if I don't. So I might not do this one even. I think I'm just going to leave it so that it's not even. All right, just because it's just for fun. All right, then I'm going to glue my, and this is just a green tip glue, and I'm going to put a little, make sure I'm still in the camera. I'm going to put a little green tip glue on my flower. So yeah, it looks kind of cool if it's not like totally in place, because then you can see some white edges around there. So that's kind of cool. All right, so that's going to go on here. This is just little lid is hot glued in there. Okay, so then that's going to go on here. Then I also have, this is that Misty Moonlight blue, and that was the, it's got its own little die that has the cute little dots. So I'm going to put that in the center as well with a dimensional. And then that's just going to go in here. Super cute. So it's going to pop off the page just a little bit. And then I have my greeting. So the greeting, this is where I use the nested dies from. And then I just stamped it in the Misty Moonlight ink. And it just says, know that you are loved. So I'm going to do the flower one this time. So I'm going to glue my greeting on the inside. Put a little bit of glue. And I'm going to come up just a tad. And I want to overhang it just a little bit. And then I'm just going to take my scissors and trim off that excess. So that way when I put the card together, you're going to be able to see the greeting when I close the card. So now I'm going to assemble my card. So this just gets glued to the inside. Now, if I was making these, like a whole bunch of these, I wouldn't fold them till I'm done. Because see how this kind of like wants to pop up on me? So I would wait, and I would get it all glued, and then I would fold it. But I wanted to show you, you know, how the Z-fold was. So it's kind of gets in the way. All right. And then I'm going to glue my striped. Super cute. I love this DSP. It is so cute. And what's fun is there's even like poinsettia kind of looking paper in it. So it's just, you can use it for Christmas too. So it's very cool. All right. So there is the stripes. Let me move this out of the way. Da, 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 da. All right. Then I want to put a ribbon. Now this is the Magenta Madness. Oh my gosh, it is. Where's the English? Ribbon. I know it's ribbon, but it is. I can't remember. I thought I had a different name, but anyways, but it's super cool. It's the in color ribbon, and I'm just gonna put some here, and I want to tie a bow, and I'm going to put the tie up towards the top, because that's where I'm gonna put my little flower. So I'm just going to tie my ribbon, and I just want a little bow because I don't want it to overtake the flower. I'm going to tie my little bow on the top here and just get it how I want it. And then you can scoot your ribbon over a little bit if you need it to be. Let's see. Ribbons are always fun, especially when you're doing it in front of people, because then I can never get my tails right. Okay, so then I'm just going to cut my little tail off. And then I'm going to take my flower. So I've got my ribbon where I want it. And then I'm going to take my flower, and I want to put my flower here so that the ribbon kind of overlaps the flower. And when you open the card, you know, the flower is going to stay on this side. So what I usually do when I've got a card that, so the, I love how that looks. See, it's left those little pieces in. It looks kind of cool. All right. So, so whenever I'm gluing an embellishment, and that's what this is kind of called, is your focal embellishment. See, it's only coloring on the part of the card. I hate to put the dimensionals on here and then overshoot it so that now I've got some dimensionals here, which will stick the card when you close it. So what I do is I I lay my flower on there, so I know that, okay, that flower is going to go there, and then I can pull it away, and then I'm going to put my dimensionals on here. And usually you would do the opposite, right? But I know that now those dimensionals are going to hold the flower in the right spot. So I'm just going to go up under my bow a little bit because I want that to overhang, and then squish it, and now my flower is here, and I don't have any dimensionals on the back side to catch the card. Alrighty, and then to finish it off, we have to have a little bling. So I'm going to use, now these are new, these are the Elegant Faceted Gems. They are gorgeous, and they look almost like, hi everybody, I've been reading your highs, so I appreciate you stopping in with me today. I really appreciate it. So these almost look like, here, let me show you. So this is the card I did before. So see, this one had the stripes on the inside, and now this one has the flowers on the inside. So it gives it just a little bit of a different look, but so cute. You could do so many cards with a pack of DSP because it just uses, you know, just a couple pieces. Very, very fun. And then, but these embellishments, these faceted gems, they almost look like a water droplet. Super cute. So I'm going to put a few of them on the card. So I'm going to put one here, like there's a water droplet on the center of the flower. And then I'm going to get one of the bigger ones over here. Whoops, stuck to my finger. I'm going to get one of the bigger ones. Come on, baby. And I'm going to put it here. And then I'm also going to put a couple on my greeting. So I'm going to put 2 small ones on the greeting. But odd numbers are more pleasing to the eye, who knows why, than even. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is even. So I'm going to take one of the bigger ones and I'm going to stick it up here. So now I have 5 blings on my card. So doesn't that make your eye more happy? But anyways, so that is, it's just a cute card. And I like how it sits up, because if you give it to somebody, then they can set it up on their mantle and you can see it from all around. And then if you wonder where you can write on it, you know, you could write it on it in here. Or if you don't want to mess this up, you could write on it in here, your little greeting. So, and that way when the person has it on the mantle, you know, nothing is written there. But, so anyway, so those are 2 different versions of the same card. And I thought they turned out super cute. Let's see what's going on at the end of the month. Don't forget, bonus days are dwindling. You have August through August the 3rd. So don't forget about that. And if you have any questions or you need to reach me, there is my blog address and as well as the July hostess code. So make sure you use that. And I think that's all that I wanted to jabber about today. And so next week I'll come back and next week I'll show you the kit that I was going to do today. Okay? So it's super fun. Alrighty then, I will say see you later and have a great rest of the day. Bye for now.